We have been working on the kinds of body we have. We talked about the Sthula body. We talked about the Sukshma body, particularly the Sukshma body, about the mind section, emotions. You remember we talked about Buddhi, Siddham, Ahankara, and all those different kinds. And then we talked about the Karya body, the breath, inhaling, exhaling, Ilagalai, Pingalai, Shurumanai, all those stuff. And also the nadis, 72,000 nadis in our body, which are related to the absorption of the prana shakti through our nadis. Now we are going to the next level, the Karya body, the fourth level. Now this Karya body and Kaarana body is completely related. All of you might have heard of the chakras. In Tamil we say Adharangal, Adharan, 6 chakras. So in the other classes we try to explain what are the chakras. When these nadis, 72,000 nadis, go different direction to different bodies, carrying the prana shakti to all different parts of the body, there are places where the nadis intermingle, concentration of nadis. And again, don't forget, nadis are not blood vessels, are not nerves. Nerves are some other representation, closer to nadis, physical structure that are closer to the nadis are the nerves, but they are not nadis themselves. They are almost like tubes of energy, prana shakti. So Siddhartha found out 72,000 nadis, and we also talked a little bit on how even our temples in the southern part of India are constructed based on the nadis. Now, we also talked about Chidambaram temple, where they have the golden roof with the 72,000 golden nails that represent these 72,000 nadis in our body, and also 21,600 leaves on the roof, which represent the number of breaths we take every day. And these breaths, of course, normal breath. Those who meditate for a long time, the number of breaths is reduced, increasing the longevity. Now, we talked about the length of the breath, 12 inches and 8 inches and so on. So I'm not going to go back to that today. We are going to focus more on the chakras. The chakras happen in our body when the nadis touch each other, intermingle. Siddhas have discovered there are 114 chakras in the body. 114 chakras. And out of these 114, 2 chakras are just above the body, above the Sahasrara. So we are not going to talk too much on that. We are going to focus on the other 112 chakras. And out of these 112 chakras, in the body, where the nadis meet, intermingle, out of these 112, which are in different parts of the body, is almost very closely related to the acupuncture points. They are not exactly the same. In fact, the acupuncture point were derived from our knowledge of the nadis from India. They do use it, apply it at the medical science in their acupuncture treatments. But Siddhas have discovered these points of intermingling of nadis or chakras long time ago. And out of these 112, 7 chakras are important. Out of 7, again, 6 are more important. So we will talk more about these chakras, these 7 chakras. today much more in detail. Many of you might have heard of it, many of the New Age people, the yoga people talk about chakras. But since we are getting the Siddha's knowledge, you have to know some basic concept of how chakras are formed. That is why in the beginning of our lecture we talked a little bit on the Sthola body, we talked about Sukshma body, something which you cannot see. With that basis we went to the Karya body. And today we're going to talk about Kaarana body. Kaarana body is reason body, reason body for the Karya and the Sukshma body. Kaarana means reason. Kaarana in Tamil means reason, all of you know that. So, this body is a reason for the Karya body, which is a breathing body. And the same breathing Karya body is responsible, a reason for our Sukshma body, which is there, which we cannot see, which constitutes our mind, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's focus on these 7 chakras. Remember, there are 112 chakras in the body, in different parts of the body, some of them in your hand, legs, everywhere, right? Everywhere. We are going to focus the major chakras, which really affect us in our day-to-day life, which really influences in so many ways. Right from the time you get up, right from the time your senses start acting, the chakras are influencing you, whether knowingly or unknowingly. And they also involve in our emotions, in our thoughts, in our actions. All the functions of our body and mind, these chakras are involved in a subtle way. You just cannot see the chakras, but they are there as energy bodies. Just like you cannot see the nadis as a physical form, the same way, the intermingling of the nadis, which are chakras, you can't see them. It's almost like the electricity passing through the electric wire, but you can't see the energy itself, that the energy is moving, otherwise you won't get the lights, the glowing lights and so on. Right? So electricity we do believe in. The same thing with our prana shakti, the different nadis and the chakras. So only in a living body you can see the functioning of the chakras and the functioning of these nadis. Okay, so as a follower of Siddha's knowledge, you have to be very, very clear on the knowledge of chakras, how each chakra is involved. All the Siddha way of, you can't say magics, but mystics, most of the acts are mystics. Most of the work of mysterious ways of acts by the Siddhas, appearing, disappearing in different places, even bringing things out like solid, liquid, and all those stuff, their thought of their mind, they can produce something. All this we call in Tamil Siddha. That's why we call Siddha. Now all these are possible because Siddhas are in control of the chakras, whether we are not. That's the main difference between them and us. So at least we need to have some theoretical knowledge of the chakras since we are dealing with Siddha's knowledge in a scientific way. And by the way, only Siddha's knowledge can be explained and followed scientifically. You have to understand. With the intellect, we can understand only Siddha's knowledge. If you are going to understand the Vedas completely with intellect, it is really impossible. That is why Siddhas have a separate way of explaining all these things. Once again, I used to say this Kannadasan's poem again and again. Telivaga therindale Siddhantam, theriyamal ponale Vedantam. So in Vedantam, there are a lot of theoretical things are there. There is a reason to it, why they put it that way. Just like the way I tell you, do not tell your mantras to anybody else, keep it to yourself. So there is some reason to it, why they keep it a secret. But then, we are following Siddha's knowledge because it is very, very applicable to modern day life. The scientific way of thinking, scientific way of looking at intellectually. So we can understand some of these information and knowledge are discovered as siddhas through sight, through the intellectual way of understanding. That's what we are following. Okay, so again, understanding is one part, but experiencing is very, very important. So that's knowledge also. Experiencing this knowledge within yourself is a part. It's almost like that means a vegetable on the paper is not going to help in any way unless you really eat it, right? The same thing applies here also. All the knowledge you get, so at least you know what's going on, what you are dealing with. So when you experience it using meditation and different techniques, we are following Siddha's knowledge in pranayama, in meditation, all those stuff. When you experience it, then it becomes part and parcel of you. Then you understand what they really talk about in different types of bodies and how they affect you, emotions. Eventually, by meditation and all these techniques, you will have the control of yourself, control of your own mind, even control of your own chakras. So that's what Siddhas come in play. They control their own chakras. And each of these chakras are functioning in our body it's specific to one particular element also. Alright, that is the intro. Now let's go by one each of the chakras. The first chakra is we call Muladhara chakra. Now all these chakras we are going to deal with, the 7 important chakras. They are all aligned at the spinal column. The spinal cord, all of you know the vertebral column, right from your brain to the spinal cord, all the way to the tail of the vertebral column. Okay, you want to imagine that structure. In Tamil we call Tanduvara, spinal cord. And this is a very important structure in Siddha's knowledge because there's a nadi, out of the 72,000 nadis, one important nadi called Sushumna nadi. Sushumna nadi is a very important nadi that is there at the center of the spinal cord. At the center of the spinal cord, and most of the chakras are laying on the top of this Sushumna nadi. Okay, so you might have seen some pictures, maybe next class I will bring some pictures and put it on the screen and see it. Some of the chakras with different petals and so on and so forth. So we're going to go one by one, at least theoretically today. So the first chakra we call Muladhara. Muladhara is at the base of the spine. Imagine your brain and the spinal cord. The base of the spine is the Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakram in Tamil, Muladhara chakra in Sanskrit. Muladhara. Mula means the Mula mantra, Mula, the origin, right? So, origin of energy. Muladhara chakra. Now, this chakra is having 4 petals. When we say petals, we are talking about energy. We are talking about energy around these chakras. Okay. Today you may not understand all the things I am talking about, but more and more we talk, more and more we study or understand and feel in a meditation, you will get more information. Okay. These petals look, in my own experience, these petals look like, imagine a soft, very soft flower, transparent. Imagine a petal which is transparent, very smooth and nice texture. So that is how we will come across in your experience. There are 4 petals, energy petals, in this word of Muladhara chakra. And to represent the characteristics or the qualities of chakra, this Muladhara chakra, we take Lord Ganesh. Ganesh is the ruler of this particular chakra, Muladhara chakra. You can imagine an elephant which is very docile and strong and stability. This particular chakra is involved in stability of a person. Stability, strength. This chakra chakra is involved in the security of the person. So the more and more secure, the chakra functions very well. Imagine somebody become unstable person. That happens because the chakra is not steady. There are some mantras for each of the chakra. So Siddhas prescribe these mantras for those people who want to strengthen these chakras. So Muladhara chakra, the base of the spine, 4 petals, Ganesh as Lord for. Again, you can ask, what about the chakras in Christian person or Muslim person? You still going to prescribe Ganesh? We tell this particular deity for the qualities of that particular deity. Okay, since we are all believing in some of these gods, so we can follow this those chakras because mainly the qualities are important. The stable quality is there in Muladhara chakra, stability. And if the chakra is not functioning properly or is not open properly in a person, the unstable nature will be there, unstable nature. This can also develop because of these situations that are most likely. Say for example, suddenly somebody loses a job, security is gone for the family or something happens to them. Or a businessman loses all his money in the business. So that stability will be completely gone for them until, if they are stable, they will think positive.